Aya Iwamela Kakoki, Pika Lemawayans Viane, Nila Piawalia. My name is Sherry Steele. I'm the station manager here at Daybreak Star Radio, and I'm so honored to have you here with me today. Thank you so much. I'm from the Peoria tribe of Indians in Oklahoma and moved down from the Great Lakes region, not by choice, to Oklahoma many, many years ago. And it's really nice to have you here. I'm really glad to be here on Coast Salish land. It's wonderful. And today we have Mary Big Bull Lewis and Randy Lewis joining us to talk about the IRRF. So can you introduce yourself to everyone and tell them who you are and what is the IRRF?
Yeah, Tilhust, Ishti Kanchut, Oki, Nidaniku. Hello, my name is Mary Big Bull Lewis. I am enrolled with the Colville Confederated Tribes of the Wenatchee, Moses, and Iniat bands, and a descendant of the Blackfoot tribe. I was born and raised in the Wenatchee Valley, and I still live there. It's a beautiful place, and those are the homelands of our ancestors. And how much time do we have? Because it's a long story, but we can wrap it up. IRF, the Indigenous Roots and Reparation Foundation, was started as an idea back in 2019. This was shortly after me and my husband launched our second business, Wenatchee Wear. This was a way to give back to the community. I was taught that was important to do, and I grew up in Wenatchee, very colonized, assimilated area, and really missed out on that cultural connection, and I wanted to bring that back to the homelands and bring that opportunity for people and the young children to have the opportunity to be in community with each other. And so I started meeting with organizations, businesses, people to discuss the idea. Spent about a year trying to get things going, and which is a long time for me to be patient.
I suspect.
And at that time I was like, I'll just start a GoFundMe. So I started a Land Back GoFundMe. We raised about $30,000 in 5 months. And then I was like, what do we do now? And during 2020, I did a lot of panels for social justice and equity, and spoke in front of a local attorney who emailed me in December 31st, 2020, and said, do you still want to do this? If you do, I can help you. I'm like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. And so that really started the momentum going, and I already had a board of 12 people ready to go, and researching and looking at what was created here at Daybreak, I really wanted to look at that as a model, because Randy was a huge part of that, and what a beautiful space that's been created here.
Very lucky here.
Yeah. And we, over the 2019 to 2021, there was a lot of wildfire recovery efforts where grassroots organizations and people came together to get donations and things sent up to Colville. And that's where I met the majority of the board members. And so we had 12 people ready to go. And we were established in June of 2021.
Good for you.
Yeah. And so we are an Indigenous-led nonprofit, which is very uncommon for our area. And it's been matriarch-led, which is really important. That's been organically happening. It was never decided that this is how it needs to be, but we have a wide variety of tribal members represented on our board, and we currently have 10 board members, 2 elder positions, which Randy and Joe Fedderson, and we're looking to add a couple more elders as advisory roles. And so IRF was established, and we started, me and my husband also own a graphic design business, and so we created the logo and the website and branding and marketing for that, and I still continue to do that for IRF. Easy way to remember it is every day is IRF Day. So Earth Day's coming up soon, so get prepared. Um, yeah, so this was created to get land back, to build a community center in the Wenatchee area, to host cultural events. There's not a location that we can come together that has a kitchen that can house 300 people, uh, maybe do a powwow, just crafting nights, language classes, things like that. Um, and so, yeah, over the last, 3 years now, we've hosted uh, two significantly big events. One is Huckleberry Camp. It grew from 40 people to 80 people, and we hosted this in partnership with the YMCA camp at Lake Wenatchee in 2023. And we had 105 people sign up within 5 hours.
Oh, I bet. So tell me more about Huckleberry Camp. Is it just for youth, or is it for Native people in general?
It's for all Indigenous peoples. And so what we do is we fundraise and write grants to get funding, so that there's no barriers for people to join. We want to make sure that they can come there, be in community with each other. So it's tribal members and descendants. We have sign-ups, registration. And so last year we had ages 1 to 67 there.
Oh, nice.
And lots of families coming together that haven't been together for years due to COVID. And so it's just a beautiful weekend where we spend the weekend on the land. We had the attendees asked them if they wanted to teach a craft. So we had a language teacher teaching the Inhumpchin, which is our traditional language for the Piscosa. We had beaded earrings, beaded lanyards. We were smoking salmon. We were canning berries. We had archery. What else did we had? Plant knowledge. We did so much. Tea making.
That's amazing. But you said it group sourced all the activities from the attendees.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And so we pay honorariums to our teachers, and then we provide all the supplies, and everybody can go home. We had basket weaving. People were braiding sweetgrass together. They did cattail baskets. They were processing Indian hemp. It was such a good weekend.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. So it's, our goal is to preserve history, language, and our culture through advocacy. And we're doing that in many different ways. Also hosted 2 language classes last year via Zoom, and then the language class at Huckleberry Camp. We also do the Indian hemp field trip, where we go out on the land and we partner with experts, teachers in that realm, that they take us out and we harvest Indian hemp. And then we go back and we partner with the local museum to use their space to provide a lunch. And then everybody can learn how to process Indian hemp. And so that's to make cordage and different things.
Yeah, that's
Indian hemp is the next
amazing.
gateway drug.
Yes.
Well, I'm a huge fan of cattails myself.
Yeah.
I perked up. I love making cattail protein
Oh, yeah.
And other things like that. So it's, and you can make little pillows and stuff out of them as well. But yeah, I think that's great. I love that kind of stuff. So how else, you have so many ways that you're currently affecting the Indigenous people that you're coming in contact with. Probably some that you don't even know, because people go home and teach other people in their community and in their households. What other ways are you going to reach out in the next few years, and what are the upcoming plans?
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned, with our second business, we actually retired that in December, and we hired an executive director for IRF. So that's a huge step.
Big.
Really excited. Twala Abrahamson is our new executive director, and she's amazing. And we host our strategic planning event or meeting in January. So we map out our year of events. So we have quite a few new things up our sleeve this year, including a Native American Culture Night at the local baseball game in July, which will be the weekend before Seafair Powwow. And so this is going to be open. We're trying to gather all Indigenous peoples to come, and there's going to be free tickets for families. We're just working out the details right now.
And where is that?
That'll be in Wenatchee.
In Wenatchee.
That's
everybody
Talk
keep that
about
in
the
your
shirts,
calendar.
the jerseys.
Oh yeah, so the Apple Sox is the local baseball team in Wenatchee, and they partnered with Colville Language Department to produce custom jerseys that have the Impsclosa, and it's like a native design on them. And so those sold out really quick. They're gonna bring those back this year. Rob and myself are commissioned to create a logo for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do T-shirts, hats, and stickers. So there'll be different souvenirs that you can purchase at the game. Yeah, so we have a lot in store. So this is like hopefully going to be a yearly thing that we do with the Apple Sox.
That sounds pretty amazing. Can people also buy those online, or is it only at the event?
I'm not sure how they're going to do it this year. I think they'll have, you can contact the main person. That's how they did it last year. But maybe this year they'll have it on their website, or we might put that on our website actually. So our third business is the Evergreen Gift Shop that we just launched, and yeah, we're partnering and again helping the organization with different things and design work.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it sounds you have lots of positives going, and so I want to know, what are some of the challenges that you've had? What are your learning moments? What are some of those?
There's lots. I mean, first of all, I never thought that I would found a nonprofit. That was never my goal in life. So that in itself is a challenge, because I mean, I might seem like I know what I'm doing, but I don't.
You do.
You know, I love to learn, so never be afraid to learn new things and a challenge. So there's that, but also being the chair of the organization, it's a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of passion put into this. It's like my baby, and when we launched or decided to hire an executive director, that was a question that people ask me, well, don't you want to do it? I said, I know my limits, and I know that I don't have the skills or knowledge to grow this to where it needs to go next.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay being here and doing the stuff that I'm doing, but there's other people out there that can take this to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And we found that person, but we definitely need more staff.
Yeah.
So that's going to come with more funding, finding the right people.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're a working board, so it'll be really nice when we can have, 5 employees.
Yeah. So goals.
Yeah.
I was just talking about those earlier today. It's great to know where you're headed.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think one of the things that we learned is that, how do I say it? We learned it's not one of the good things that we learned. Is we learned that we have to do all these things ourselves, and we have to, if we're going to get something done, we have to do it, and we have to overload ourselves, and we have to be overworked and overstressed, and that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's at all what any tribe was set up to be. We're always supposed to work together and to find the people who know more than us, so that we can learn from them and they can show everybody, and then we can bring in another person who knows something else that we don't know, and then they can show everybody. And it's I think it's great that you are modeling that, whether that was your intention or not. That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that was ever my intention, other than I have this big picture and I see it, but there's so many steps to get there. There's so many, people that I've met along the way that are helping us get there too. And that's the exciting part, is like the number of people that want to help is really inspiring. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so then what is an upcoming project that you're particularly excited about?
Let's see. Just thinking about
Huckleberry Camp.
Huckleberry Camp. We're going to open it up to more people this year.
Mm-hmm.
At the camp, there's cabins, so you can tent camp or RV or car camp if you want, but we have cabins. So last year we're like, okay, this is our second year doing this. Let's limit the number of people. Like, let's get our bearings set where we're at. So this year we're like, let's open it up to 120 people. And this year it's going to be, I think, more organized. So we've been there. We know what to expect. We know what capacity we can manage. And yeah, I'm really excited we set the date. It's going to be at the end of August. We'll be posting those dates and when registration will open up as well. But again, this is open to all tribal members, descendants, indigenous peoples that want to come together and learn. We had several families from this side of the mountains all the way to Cooley Dam and Omak and all across Washington State attend our event.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a great way to build relationships.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So kind of going back a little bit, so with all the things that you've learned along the way, what is one of the things that you're most proud of yourself about learning during the process, creating these different businesses and getting to where you are today with starting a nonprofit and building more?
With a star.
Oh, yeah. So, well, he was just mentioning that I got asked to participate in Dancing with the Wenatchee Stars in January. And so I was out there doing the cha-cha to Barbie Girl. And the funds that were raised went to IRF. So I'm literally dancing for IRF.
As it should be.
Yes. So that was, I never knew how much I enjoyed dancing.
She was the star.
Oh man, I had my pink frilly tutu skirt on and had professional makeup and bedazzled. Yeah.
That's great. Did you already know how to do the cha-cha?
I did not. I had 5 days, 5 hours with a professional dancer to learn.
It was a jingle dress cha-cha.
It was. And so, yeah, I had, my family was there with their drums and rattles, and it was amazing. We made native Barbie shirts, so everybody could wear these pink shirts, and
oh, that's awesome.
It was amazing. But yeah, Uncle Randy was there cheering me on. That was a lot of fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of need a picture of that.
Oh, there's
Oh,
some. There's some circling around. Yeah.
We're gonna find it.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
Yeah.
But I think just with the things that I've accomplished, I'm really proud of the growth that I've had personally. It's been a long journey to get to this point of understanding, like being proud of who I am, because like I said, growing up, my mom was adopted, my dad and his family were residential school survivors, so there's a lot of disconnection from our culture that I longed for a long time. And it wasn't until I was in my mid-30s that I sought out those connections. And I actually was looking for a Native counselor, and we don't have those in Wenatchee.
Yeah.
So I'd drive 2 hours to meet with this person, and she taught me a lot. She introduced me to sweat lodges and how to build a sweat lodge. And at that time is a really pivotal moment in my life where I understood, like, okay, I can be proud of who I am. I don't have to fit in. I don't have to like assimilate to be something that I'm not. And so I think overall with these accomplishments that I've had, it's just taking up space where space wasn't made, and continuing to advocate and for our youth, because we get so disconnected from everything with digital media, but we can use that as a powerful source to educate. So just trying to do the best I can, stay afloat.
And on that, what advice would you have for Native youth who see someone like you who's been very successful in these different businesses that you started on your own and a nonprofit? What would you say to them to help encourage them to get to where you are and beyond?
Don't be afraid to take a chance. Like, change is uncomfortable. Going through emotions and things, and that changing is in personal, but in your business and again, decolonizing is tough. It's living in two different worlds and trying to figure out, how do I find this balance? But just embrace it and make time for it. I used to always say, like, oh, I don't have time. Well, I do have time. I just have to prioritize. But don't be afraid to stand out and be proud of who you are, and just take up space.
Yeah. The representation matters.
Mm-hmm.
It
Definitely.
really, really does. Thank you so much for your time today. So tell everybody where they can find more about IRF.
Yeah, so you can check out our website, which is indigenousrrf.org. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. We're working on getting a newsletter set up, but that's where we post the majority of things, our events, and registration will be on our website for events. Let's see.
The play.
Oh, there's a play coming up in May.
It's here.
Yes, I need people to remind me of things. Unsettled, which is a production by Dangerous Women. This is a play that I'll be in for the second time this year, and it shares local history of the Wenatchee Valley area. And so there's a lot of Indigenous women in this play, including my auntie Bernadine Phillips, who she kind of coined the term Native Barbie, because she made all of our wing dresses, and she's there with her sewing machine. She travels from Omak to Leavenworth. That's in May, and it's definitely a production you don't want to miss. This is the last year of Unsettled. It's gone on for 3 years now, and she kind of rotates out productions. So you can be there. IRF will have a table there. IRF is sponsoring this play again. This is going to help with the lodging. We have the Ayuk sisters that travel from the Omak area. They're Colville tribal members, and they're the Golden Eaglettes. They're very unique because they're all female drumming group. They're amazing. They're in the play. So yeah,
I love them already.
Yes, you don't want to miss this play. It's gonna be really
So
good.
when is it and where is it?
It's May 18th or 19th. I'm looking at my calendar guy. And it's in Leavenworth, Washington, at the Snowy Owl Theater.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Yeah, so you can get tickets on, is it the Icicle Center for the
Yes.
Arts?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So there's a website. Tickets are on sale. It sells out every year.
Dangerous Women.
Sleeping
Mhm.
Lady Resort.
Mm-hmm.
18 and 19.
Yeah, May 18th and 19th. So there's going to be 3 shows. There's 2 matinees, or maybe 1 matinee. I don't know. I'm in it, so that's all I know.
You'll be there no
I'll be
matter
there.
what.
Yeah, and IRF will be there too. So I
And-
definitely encourage people to attend.
Yeah, thank you for letting us know about that.
Yeah,
We'll push that out a little bit too.
nice.
So then, how do people find out about Huckleberry Camp? Is that just on the IRF website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be posting things soon. Like, I'm gonna post some things on the website, like save the dates for the
Mhm.
ones that we already know, and then registration will open usually a month before. So we'll be posting more information about that. We'll put some things on social media, but yeah, the website is the best place to find out.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today at Daybreak Star Radio Network, and we look forward to all the things you're bringing to Indian Country.
Thank you.